Remember videos of mobilized Russian men from last year boarding buses, getting hammered together and freezing in cold, empty fields? Remember how it was all starting? Well, BBC and Mediazona estimate that at least 38,000 of them have already died in the past year. Thousands die every week.
Короче, нас разместили возле ВДВ части в Омске. Короче, сказали, живите как хотите, жгите костры и спите прямо на улице, нахуй. Вот, с мужиками решили выпить, само собой, потому что надо согреться. Костер, блядь, сейчас разложимся, спальники. Вот, все норильчане наши, вот они, блядь, костры жгут. Там других городов тоже дохуя. Где-то примерно, где-то, ну, человек 500, наверное, если не больше, наверное, есть, я думаю, так. Примерно так есть. Ну, вроде таксишки гоняют, бухло, видимо, люди покупают. Вот. Не, наши.
Это, ребят, это наши.
Наши, да. Этот. Да не, нормально все, чё. Вот, короче, дрова собираем, короче, тут лес рядом. Рядом вообще нету нихуя, блядь. Так что, кто будет еще призываться с Норильска, берите с собой теплые вещи. Блядь, спальник хоть рожайте, блядь. Коврик вот такой рожайте, блядь. Вообще поебать. Возьмите с собой газовую горелку и газа в баллонах. Никто вас проверять в аэропорту не будет. Всем там похуй. Хоть, блядь, с собой автомат возьмете, там не насрать, блядь, наверное. Так что жрачки берите, блядь. Потому что хуй узнает, заселят нас завтра. Нет, сказали завтра. Ну, я как слышал, что чуваки на той стороне уже неделю нахуй так живут. Так что думайте про это. Так что, вот.
Russian military reporter and combatant Filatov says on Telegram that Russian Ministry of Defense prioritizes targets for FPV drones that will bring spectacular footage rather than actual combat assistance. Russian drone handlers are reluctant to give away drones that will spoil their statistics. This comes in contrast to Ukrainians, who will spend however many FPV drones to get their targets even if nothing visual comes out of it. Preliminary. I'm not writing to start an argument, but for the benefit of the cause. And I'm writing about capitalism, which continues privatizing the army for various projects. There is an analytical note on the emergence of the project of drones by Vladlen Tatarsky and Sudoplatov. It's interesting, but not for the general public. Is the project working? Yes. Kills the enemy. But how? Typical. A recurring situation in all detachments. After the destruction of our antenna and retranslator, we asked to transfer the kamikaze to a neighboring unit to carry out the mission. I won't give up the remaining kamikazes. I am financially responsible for them. Each of them costs 45,000 rubles. I'm not going to spoil my reputation in statistics. I have no right to transfer them to anyone and will not. The guys go out and take out all the remains of the equipment and all the birds. If I don't support the statistics, I will be given not 65 birds, but 20. Do you hear anything here about saving the lives of the infantry? I do not either. You won't prove anything to the command. It turns out that the FPV, which are allocated to units, are purchased by the RF Ministry of Defense for our taxes and are used for videos and not for a combat mission. That is, if the position of the Ukrainians is such that you cannot get close, but you will lose 10 drones to neutralize the machine gunner, who is not visible and there will be no spectacular video. Then the goal is not worth it. Let the infantry rush and die in droves, because the commander will spoil his statistics. And let the mobilized taxpayer die, saving kamikazes and not worsening the statistics. Videos of kamikazes destroying pickup trucks are pretty, but it complicates the life of the enemy, teaches him to move in small groups, to dig in effectively, but almost does not help in carrying out a real combat mission, not TikTok show-off. Ukrainians lose dozens of birds without reaching the goal, but continue to attack. Does the job as a result. They can spend up to 7 to 8 FPV drones on one infantryman. I experienced it myself. Yes, I understand about theft, profitability, targeted spending, performance indicators, and the problem with debugging this work. But you yourself got in and pushed your competitors out with your elbows. Get the criticism from the bottom now. And there are problems with purchasing consumables from China. There are rumors that someone monopolized them. I won't hint without investigating. But he described the picture correctly. Rumor has it that an unpleasant story is still brewing with the monopolization of the market, when we will be prohibited from buying anything except VT-40 PVC-1 with the Ministry of Defense money. There are such rumors. Even the biggest Russian propagandist Sladkov is telling Russians to calm down about Marinka. Marinka belongs to whom? Guys, let me start with this. I respect my colleagues from the blogging sphere, and I don't dare point my finger at anyone, asking where does this news come from? People write, and this is work. And content is the personal business of the authors. Now let's move on to the topic of controlling Marinka. From the line where our control ends to the end of Marinka to the city limits is 1 kilometer. We still have 1 kilometer to assault in Marinka. I didn't want to get involved in these discussions, but I feel sorry for the readers. This we already took Marinka has been sold to them for several years now, by those who didn't fight for this settlement. The loudest ones came in and immediately announced, "We have taken the center of Marinka." But this center by that time had long been ours, etc. Why can't we take Marinka? We cannot pass the fields on the right and left. Why can't we go through the fields? We pass through, clear enemy trenches, gain a foothold, but are knocked out by enemy artillery. The counter-battery potential must be increased. The other day we tried to get around Marinka for the 100th time, but failed. An old song about artillery reconnaissance. If we take Marinka, and we will it, no question, then the equally important Kurakovo will be further, with Krasnogorovka on the right. We will still crush the Ukrainian army. Avdiivka means a lot in the entire defense of the Ukrainian armed forces in Donbass. It will be easier later. We will definitely win. I feel it in my own reporter's skin. And let's see the other news. Private jets getting ready to leave for a climate change conference in Dubai are frozen on the runway in Munich as 60% of Europe is covered in snow. Let me say that again. Rich people getting ready to board their gas-guzzling jets to fly to a climate change, formerly known as global warming conference, can't leave because their planes are covered in freezing snow. With 44 centimeters left on the ground this morning, Munich, Germany has officially experienced its biggest December snowstorm on record.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.